Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the Inglewood Call. I'm Sonia Harper.
And I'm Rashana Baldwin. Thank you again for joining us today. This is a live call-in show. We have an exciting show today.
And again, we want to remind you who we are. We are RAGE, the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. This is a live call-in show. Call us with your questions, your concerns, or if you just want to comment on anything that you might hear tonight. Our number is there at the bottom of your screen, 312-738-1060. So go ahead and give us a call. We have some exciting topics to talk about tonight. Of course, we're going to run through and give you the latest and greatest good in Inglewood news. But
we'll tell you what's happening in the community, what's right, but mainstream media won't tell you what's happening in the community.
That's right. You can find that here. But most of all, we have a very special guest this evening who's going to be talking about a very important event coming up on Saturday in the Inglewood community. It's called the Inglewood Empowerment Summit. So please stay tuned for our guests later in the show this evening to give you all the details about that wonderful community engagement event. But before we get into the show, we want to remind you who we are and how you can get in contact with us. Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. You can find us on the website at rageinglewood.org. You can give us a call, 866-845-1032, or email us at joinrage@gmail.com.
And we're also on Facebook. Visit us on Facebook to find out what's happening in the community, what we're posting and sharing. This is our Facebook page, Rage. Go ahead and like our Facebook page. And we're also on Twitter, join_Rage. Be sure to tweet us and share your comments and thoughts about what we're doing right with Rage. And then Instagram, we take a lot of pictures highlighting, again, what's good in the community. We do a lot of photojournalism by posting all of our pictures and activities on our Instagram page, which is Rage_Inglewood.
And what is Rage? Again, we are a resident association, and we were founded in October of 2010. We are a resident-driven, grassroots organization established to build relationships with fellow residents, business owners, organizations, public officials, etc. We are an asset-based organization, and what we do is we strategize and work to address community problems, and we work to create tangible solutions. We work in our different work groups. They deal with civic engagement, empowerment, economic
development, youth education. Who are the members of RAGE? Residents who reside in all of the wards in Greater Inglewood, in the Greater Inglewood community, from the 15th Ward, the 17th Ward, the 6th Ward, 20th Ward, and also non-residents who support our mission.
So you too could be a member of RAGE, whether you are in and out of the community, and we welcome you to attend our next village meeting that will be held this month. We will have details coming up in our news segment.
So let's get into what's good in the Inglewood community. We have a lot happening in the community. It's always good, and we want to share with you, first and foremost, our first event is this coming Friday.
It's called a Friday Fast, and it's being hosted by Fultonia at Kusanya Cafe. They want you to come and have juice with them and join them for a happy hour, including live music and samplings of fresh juice from a wide range of juicers. Basically, what they're doing is that they want to teach people the importance of fasting, and they want to honor the tradition of Dr. Alvinia Fulton, who used to run the Fultonia health food store that is in West Inglewood. It was located on 63rd Street. So if you can make it, come on out to the Friday Fast happening at Kusanya Cafe. Friday, 6 p.m.
Live music, sampling of juices, and fresh food. So we encourage you to attend. And then the Inglewood Empowerment Summit, this is going to be hosted by the Southwest Federation Block Club of Greater Inglewood at the St. Benedict of the African, 6550 South Harvard, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Early registration is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. They also serve light breakfast. This is also a good thing that's happening in the community, and our guests will be talking about this in the second half of the show.
And coming up, there is a free lecture being held at Culture Connection 360.
We're excited about that.
400 West 71st Street. And the topic of this lecture is Becoming a Man in a Hip-Hop and Information Age. It's going to be led by Dr. Obari Cartman. Sounds like a wonderful topic. They're at Culture Connection from 10 a.m. to noon.
And it's a great activity. I actually know Dr. Cartman, who's doing wonderful things in the community. And as you guys know, we often go to Culture Connection to have our different events. They host different rage meetings. So we always try to support our businesses, our Black-owned businesses in the Inglewood community.
And get ready, the Midnight Circus is coming to Inglewood.
Yay.
It's coming to Ogden Park on Saturday and Sunday, September 6th and 7th. The show starts at 3 p.m. I don't know if you guys got a chance to go to the circus last year when they came, but it was a wonderful event, a wonderful thing for our youth.
Yes.
And we look forward to doing it again.
I've never been to the circus when growing up. That's just interesting thing to say. So I'm going to actually try to come to the circus this coming weekend and take my nephew, because I didn't go to the circus. I did a lot of the skate on, the skates and all that good stuff, but I never actually been to the circus.
No, you're right. And there are probably there's probably a number of youth in Inglewood that have never been to the real circus
Me
before.
personally, I
There
was
that the
afraid of
Ringling
clowns.
Brothers
Yes,
Circus
yes.
or the Universal Circus. So guess what? Inglewood will have their very own circus at Ogden Park, September 6th and 7th. Come on out. And the Great Chicago Fire Festival is going down in Lindblom Park this Sunday, September 7th, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. There will be local musicians, dancers, poets, and more. Lindblom is located at 6054 South Damon. This is another one of those great events going on all across Chicago, and we're so lucky,
Extremely lucky.
that we are going to be part of it in Inglewood, because only resilient neighborhoods, right,
Exactly.
where we're chosen to be a part of the Inglewood Fire Festival, and so we were really grateful that is coming here. And again, you are watching the Inglewood Call with the Resident Association of Greater Inglewood. My name is Sonia Harper.
And I'm Rashana Baldwin. Do give us a call. This is a live call-in show. Our number is 312-738-1060. And it looks like we have a caller.
Hey, I got one little tidbit. Okay, and then I got something else to tell you. When you go
Hello,
to the
Joe.
circus, you'll find out firsthand there's a reason why they bring on the elephants last. Okay, you'll find that out firsthand. But there's one other thing. I've been trying to track this information down, and in terms of good news, somewhere in the news there's a person in our community that seemed to find a possible cure for colon cancer. Did you hear about that as well?
I
No,
did
it's news
not.
to me.
Well, I'm going to try to track it down and try to give you a person name hopefully by next week.
Thank you,
That's
Joe.
the news.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe. And again, please, if you have some good news you would like to share with us, you can call in and let us know about it. 312-738-1060. We got a couple more events that we want to tell you about before we get to our special guest this evening. The Chicago Children's Choir, the Inglewood Choir, will be holding auditions on Monday, September 8th at the Hamilton Park Cultural Center. That's located at 513 West 72nd Street.
You were telling me, Sonia, earlier that you know how to sing and that you're really excited that this is coming to the Inglewood community. You say you love music. In fact, you often go to different jazz events around the community, and you're always promoting the good jazz events in the Inglewood community.
Well, yes, Rashana, children's choir has a very special place in my heart. Growing up as a youth in Inglewood, I actually sang with the choir called the Soul Children of Chicago.
Yes, I remember.
And we sang all around Chicago and all around the country and the world, bringing the good news through music. So Chicago Children's Choir and other choirs are very near and dear to my heart. We have so many talented youth in our community, and we definitely should be encouraging their talents and helping them take that even further. Chicago Children's Choir is a wonderful opportunity for our youth to get involved, and a choir that could really help to brighten their future. So there you go. We're having our very own auditions on Monday.
And what I'm really excited about is that we are taking advantage of the great things that's happening in our park. Oftentimes we get the bad reputation that there's nothing to do in the community. Our parks are underutilized, and that's just not the case. As you see,
That's right.
we named several parks that are having several events this weekend.
That's right. Ogden Park, Hamilton Park, and Lindblom Park.
Three
So
parks in the community that's doing good things.
the parks in Inglewood are banging, and they are really responding to the
Exactly.
fact that we need creative and wonderful programming for our youth. So
Other than sports.
Yeah,
And
other
I'm
than
so
basketball
happy that
and
they're
dance.
using the arts and
We love
culture
that.
to, get to our youth.
awesome.
And our upcoming beat meetings, do you attend your beat meetings? Do you know where they're located? Do you know when they are? The next one is at the 7th District, Tuesday, September 9th. That includes the beats that's listed on the screen every second Tuesday of the month at Kennedy King College, room U156. The address is 740 West 63rd Street. So definitely, attend your beat meetings.
And the Inglewood Community Cultural Planning Council is going to be meeting on September the 10th. And they meet at the Hamilton Park Cultural Center, and that's located 513 West 72nd Street. This council is composed of artists, residents, educators, and arts-based organizations, and more. They meet every second Wednesday of the month. So please join in those meetings as well.
And then the farm stand, this is something that you're really good at. What you do, Sonia, is going to be the Wood Street Urban Farm Stand. Is growing home is every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. located at 5814 South Wood. Now, Sonia, I know they have a lot of good vegetables, fruits out there.
Sorry, no fruits, just
no
vegetables
fruits.
and herbs. But they are wonderful. They are certified organic. We're the first and only certified organic farm in the city.
In the city of Chicago, yes.
That's right. Come and you can earn double value if you pay on link. We're basically giving out the highest quality food in Chicago at a great rate just for Inglewood residents. So come on by every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 5814 South Wood Street, your very own neighborhood farm stand.
I love it. A huge success was So Fresh Saturdays. We took over 5 parks this year. Last year was 4. We expanded it this year to 5. And the finale was phenomenal. It was amazing. We passed out over 500 book bags and school supplies to the Inglewood community, to the students who were able to come and celebrate the back to school this past Tuesday. It was a great event, a lot of activities, workshops, live music by our own DJ Dab. We had our MC Super Duper out there getting the kids turned up in the name of peace. So again, the So Fresh Saturdays was a success.
It was a success. There were over 500 families there taking part in the activities, like you say, getting backpacks, and also learning about some of the resources in their community, and just having fun, having a good time, listening to music, dancing, participating in some contests. So thank you to everybody who had something to do with our So Fresh Saturdays Inglewood Park Tour. We took over, we shut down, we turned up every single park in Inglewood this summer, and we loved every moment of it.
It was a peaceful event showing our community that we can party in our parks safely and nothing to kick off or take place. So we're always excited to have these events in the park and look forward to the one next year.
All right, and so we're going to show you a video coming up. Some Columbia College journalists came to Inglewood very recently.
They were here very recently, but we're going to show that video next week when we have it available online. But Columbia College came to Inglewood to talk about, what mainstream media is not talking about, the good in the Inglewood community. So as we had before, so many media outlets coming to cover, what is the good news that you guys are talking about that actually exists in the Inglewood community?
And what was some of the things you told them, Rashana?
Some of the things I talked about is the show, the What's Good in Inglewood on KKC.
When is the show? When does it come on? What channel does it come on? I don't know if our guests really know it all.
So the show is every Tuesday. It's a radio segment that I host on WKKC Radio 89.3 every Tuesday at 10:15 a.m. talking about what's good in Inglewood, what is happening in the community that you need to be abreast of, what should you know that you may have not known if you were paying attention to mainstream media. So again, it highlights from whether it's Inglewood Codes with Damon Drummer, to him talking about the tech incubator that he's going to come to the community, to the Inglewood Empowerment Summit. So many things are happening in the community that we talked about in that interview with Columbia College students, to just again showcase what's happening that's good in the Inglewood community. And then for our topic tonight, we're going to have Ms. Deborah Thompson of the Southwest Federation Block Club to talk about the Inglewood Empowerment Summit. I want to say thank you and welcome Ms. Deborah Thompson. How are you?
I'm excellent, and I wanted to say thank you for this opportunity to me to express and to tell your audience about the Inglewood Empowerment Summit.
You look very fabulous. I want to say that we are matching. We are on TV giving it to you guys. So thank you for joining us. Can you get right into the topic and tell us what is the Inglewood Empowerment Summit and why should residents or even Chicago want to come out to this event?
Well, the Inglewood Summit Empowerment, it was an aha moment when I was sitting on the porch and I'm like, wow, our community is being ate up like a Pac-Man.
Yes,
And then I said, no, it's being bought and sold like a Monopoly game.
absolutely.
So when I went in the house and I grabbed my son Monopoly game, all I saw was property, land, utilities, logistics, and jail.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I
Wow.
said too. Wow. So I sat there and I'm like, wow, what can I do to do something about this?
Exactly.
So my first step is knowledge. You have to empower people to do better.
Very
So
much.
it's like who? Who should I empower? Who should I give this knowledge to? So it's yourself, your neighbor, your block, your community. And then you go further into what kind of tools will they need? So you look around, you need city, you need utilities, you need county, you need all of those tools. And so, in looking at that, how will that come about? So then you look at a plan. And the plan would be a workshop, summit, conference, something of that nature.
Exactly.
And then lastly, you need a team. I have a qualified team to execute this plan. So, and that's how it came about. And my team just envisioned and helping me to come up with this.
So what can residents expect when they attend this summit this coming Saturday? What are some of the things that you guys are going to discuss and empower the residents with?
Well, first off, this is not like any other summit. This is a speed networking summit. First
wow.
off, the attendees will not just sit there. This is all going to be interacting with the vendors, with how would you like your Monopoly board to look like out of your community.
I love that.
And so it's going to be, we got, as I said, the individual. When you think of your individual, you think of utilities, you think of your property taxes. So you have different aspects. You got utilities, you got the county, you got the city, you got the finance, you got housing, you got health, you got voters registration.
I love that.
So-
Let me interrupt you really quick because we
I'm
do
sorry.
have a caller and we want to take our caller. Caller, what's your question?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How you guys? I love what you guys are doing. First of all,
Thank you so much. What's your question or
I
comment?
got two really. Why is it number one? Why is it that we have so many churches in the black community? I put my grandkids in the car and I played a game with them. I started at 55th and Ashland, and we went to 83rd and Ashland. We counted 51 churches just on Ashland from 55th to 83rd. The second question is why is it that our aldermen pass out liquor licenses like Skittles? Why is it that we have to endure that type of tax and we can easily just tax the churches? There's so many of them. That means that no revenue is coming in. We got bad vibes from the liquor stores, and then my property taxes are high.
Wow, that is a loaded question. Let's take that question and answer off air. To get into that really quick and get back to you, we have so many churches in the community. It's over 250, and we know, and we talked about it before on the show, that it's easier to start a church in a black community as opposed to get a license for a small business owner. So that's a lot of things that we have to give back to, talk back to our politicians about and hold them accountable. To answer that question, it could take up an entire show. But I want to get back to you and focus on Miss Deborah and the Inglewood Empower Summit and why the community should come out and what exactly are you guys going to be discussing? You said everything from utilities to how to pay utility bills and where to pay them and all the great things that's happening in the community.
Okay, as far as the utilities goes, we're going to have ComEd there. They're going to explain their new meters, their bills, and refer you to different programs they have right now. The gas company will also be there because it is the wintertime and we all want heat. So they'll be there to discuss their programs. CETA will be there to assist you to make sure you have the right identification when you try to apply for CETA. And then you have the Citizen Utility Board to be there.
Known as CUB, right?
No, that's Cubs.
Okay.
So then we have the housing. We have NHS going to be there pertaining to if you want to buy, sell, fix your property. And then we have different, we were just, like the gentleman just was talking about the property taxes. We're going to have the Board of Review there. And those are people that look at your property taxes to see if you are overpaying your
Exactly,
taxes.
yes.
So that's something, and plus the assessor office is going to be there too. So you have two ways to look into your property bill there. Then, of course, the voter registration. So if you want to make a change, you need to vote. and sign up to vote too.
Can we
And,
talk a little bit about that in voting? Because the election is coming up. They're encouraging people to become registered voters. Why is that important? Because a lot of people don't want to vote or believe that they don't have a voice or that it will do anything.
First off, voting was a privilege.
Yes.
And people work very hard to get us the right to vote.
Exactly.
That's one thing. And for you not to vote, that's a crime. Regardless of who's there or who's not there, you have the right. And as long as that is there, because our rights are slowly being taken away from us.
I agree.
In one way or another. So, and plus, if you're not happy with what's going on in your community, in your state, you have the right to vote. And you can vote a person that you feel that will do better. And you should be researching these people that are saying what they can do for you, so you get a better understanding.
I agree. Will there be deputy registrars on hand to
Yes, there
register
will be.
individuals to vote?
Yes.
Okay. We have a caller. Caller, what's your question or comment?
Will someone be at this meeting Saturday to discuss business taxes?
Will someone be there Saturday to discuss business taxes?
Yes.
I'm not sure of, but as I stated, the assessor office, the people that's in charge of property, they'll be there, and plus the Board of Revenue. So I'm sure that question could be asked at that time.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Well, thank the caller so much for asking that question. If you're tuning in, this is the Inglewood Call, a live call-in show. I'm Rashana Baldwin, joined with my guest, Deborah Thompson of the Southwest Federation Block Club. Please give us a call at 312-738-1060. Now, let's jump back to the Southwest Federation Block Club. Can you tell us a little bit, when was it founded, and why is it important to have a block club?
Well, the importance of a block club is to form a camaraderie together. Not just have your neighbor here, but your neighbors down the street. So everybody can collectively come together for a safe haven.
Yes.
So you can resolve issues. And so you can collectively say if something happened to you.
Yes.
And I'm like looking, and so, okay. So in case of emergencies,
Yes.
you need to know people.
You need to know your
and
neighbors.
those people that's looking out the window, that's your first safety net.
Exactly.
Them the ones that's going to call 311 or 911 when they see something happening. And then you say, oh, those nosy neighbors, they're not
come in
nosy.
handy, yes.
They come in very handy because when you're not there, they're there. And so there's always, plus you want to be organized. Just like our block. I come from 65th and Peoria.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we had kids, we had summer programs right on the front porch because we had so many kids that we could not take them to different locations. So we brought the programs to our block.
Really?
I mean, we have game night where we make each porch a different game.
I love that. That's a sense of community, right? there,
Right.
that no one's talking about how we're coming together
Right.
as
So
residents.
it's nice for safety reasons, emergency reasons, and communication.
And can you tell us when was the Southwest Federation Block Club founded?
It was founded over 10 years ago.
Wow.
By Teamwork Inglewood.
Oh.
Members of Teamwork Inglewood,
Okay.
Daryl Bell and others. And then Henry Wilson was significant in getting it also. He's a well-known activist within our community.
Yes.
And then there was several block clubs and several community residents there that collectively came together to form this organization.
That's pretty awesome, and I'm excited that the Southwest Federation Block Club is continuing. Can you tell us some of the basic steps in starting your own block club?
Well, first off, regardless if it's one or two people, that's all you need to start your block club, okay? So don't make it like you need a whole bunch of people. You don't. One or two people. And then if you come out to your CAPS meetings and things of that nature, we have a packet, And plus, we will come out if you sign up and request us to come out to help you form your block club. And don't feel that you're by yourself. So once you come into the Southwest Federation, it's like a whole bunch of people connected
From around the Inglewood community. and
Right.
greater Inglewood. Okay.
So you're not just there on your block. So just say you needed some assistance or whatever, or you having an event and you need some help or whatever the case may be, we're there to assist you. Not only assist you, but also, like I stated, to build your block club and get it organized.
To be a part of the Southwest Federation Block Club, how can members or residents sign up to join?
Well, you can go to your CAPS,
Okay.
or you could call CAPS at right now at the 7th District,
Okay.
and or you can call 773-316-5738.
Pretty awesome. So back to the Inglewood Empowerment Summit. This is going to be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be an action-packed field event. You're going to have people talking about utilities to empowerment of voting to everything that's happening in the community they need to know about. What else could they expect? Should they come prepared with questions? What else? What else should they?
Yes, they should come prepared with questions, just like the lady stated about her property taxes, just like the gentleman stated about his property taxes also. So yes, you should come with questions that's been you've been thinking about all this time. And so, I mean, we have everything. And plus, when you think about just touching back on the block club,
Yeah.
say if you have a problem and you call 311, you get the service number. I tell my neighbor to call and use the service number. That service number is tracked, not only by the city, but it's also tracked by your alderman.
Oh, I didn't know that. So they get a report of
Yes,
it.
they do.
So that's like, okay, that's helping
Yes,
them
so
see,
to let
be
you
the
know.
accountability.
So, and when you see something, you need to report it also. So that helps in the tidbit of the block club in the unity and coming together. And yes, so in regards to the summit, there's one special thing we are going to have.
And what's that?
We're going to have a mini farm market.
Oh,
So,
okay.
hosted by Growing Homes, where you could buy fresh vegetable and beautiful collard greens. I must state that. So,
That's good. That's a good shout out to
And-
our own organic farm in
and
the Inglewood
then
community.
the other specialty is, once we break out into an open networking, our friends at Seashell is going to give us a little sampling taste test from 12:30 to 2. So
Pretty
we
amazing.
have little things coming in and out, raffles and all that kind of good stuff. So please come out and be empowered.
So can we expect this next year? Is this going to continue? Is this just a once in a year thing, or is it going to be every year or twice a year?
We're going to try to make it once a year. And see how it goes. So, yes, this is our first one. Please come out, be empowered, bring information, be ready to interact, and not sit there and drink coffee and get information like a sponge.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Deborah Thompson, for coming in to share that information with us. We look forward to you guys coming out this Saturday to the Inglewood Empowerment Summit. So definitely come out. That's at 8 a.m. Our next Rage Village meeting is coming up September 16th from 6:30 p.m. at 64th and Sangamon. And tune in next week to the Inglewood Call. We're here at the same time, same place, 7:30 p.m., talking about what's good in the Inglewood community. You can follow us on Facebook to get updates, information, anything that's happening in the community that you want to know about, or visit us on Twitter, join_rage. We share all of the information. We try to tweet everything that's happening in the community that affects Inglewood as well as Chicago. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Rashana Baldwin.